as someone who is a perfectionist and trying to give myself grace, trying to work away from that, but at the core of myself, having a little bit of OCD and a little bit of perfectionism, I hate that I haven't been able to get this office together. Hi guys, welcome back to Inside the Mason Method. We are skipping what was supposed to be our next episode. I was filming a Handy Ann episode 1 where we are building pinup boards for the office, and that has gone really well. However, today when we were installing and I was going to be editing that and uploading, we had some issues at the office. We had our 4-foot by 6-foot glass board and our 48-inch Samsung frame TV fall off the wall. Yeah, so both of those are broken, shattered. Reached out to the building because everything was secured correctly. So it's probably a drywall issue, but it was really disheartening today, which is also why I'm filming this video. It's a little bit of a pick-me-up, not gonna lie. And I just kind of wanted to talk to you and get some thoughts out, do a little bit of verbal processing, if you will. The hardest part about growing your business is the growing of the business, right? And we're all doing our best. We're literally figuring it out every day as we go. I am trying to really work on the structure, and I've spoken with Abby, my manager of operations, and we've discussed that we are going to reduce how many projects we take on at one time, because I am very grateful that I am in a situation in which I am currently working on almost 10 projects in one capacity or another. And I'm not doing great. On top of grieving and on top of building my own family, on top of taking care of myself and health and wellness and moving us to a bigger space, and on top of taking care of Abby and trying to add health insurance and trying to add all of these little things, I'm struggling a bit. I've noticed a few things where I've slipped and I haven't sent out meeting notes when I'm supposed to. I haven't caught every mistake, which when I look back on it, that's kind of just being a human, right? But at the same time, it's a situation in which I hold myself to very high standards, and that's how I market myself as well. And so if I market myself as highly organized and efficient and professional, then I need to always be that way. And granted, my clients are amazing and they understand, but at the same time, we need to always strive to be the best version of ourselves, especially when it comes to client facing and projects. Now, there's no big issues that have arisen from missing meeting notes and things like that, but I don't want there to be. So I've discussed with Abby that I think we're going to take it down to a total of 2 construction projects at a time, with 1 furniture/styling project going on. So 3 total projects max at one time. For example, this summer we have a kitchen renovation and we have a whole home reno starting, both in Marietta. Fabulous. They will probably take us to the end of the year. Is that enough money to sustain us for 6 months? At this point, no. However, if we add in filler projects, or what I'm calling filler projects of furniture and styling, which we are currently interviewing for 1, also in Marietta, that adds in a little bit of a chunk of change and filler in between some of those bigger paydays. We're also implementing designer for a day. I'm going to say about 1 a month. I want to stop being reactive and I need to be proactive. So instead of saying we are now scheduling or interviewing or hiring for May, we're going to break it out and say we have 3 project types. This is what they are. We're hiring for construction projects in January. We're hiring furniture and styling projects for October. And then designer for a day, we have an opening in August. We have openings starting in August. We take one a month. I don't even know if we want to say we take one a month. I think we just say we have an opening here and then we schedule it out. And I think we need to create that scarcity and that drive to start booking with us and start building that backlog for us so that we have projects that are scheduled to come in. A lot of residential designers also take off between Thanksgiving and New Year's, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. We had that schedule at SCAD when I went there for undergrad and grad, and I love it, and I want to adopt that, especially as I start going to a phase of life where hopefully there will be children. I think that would be a beautiful thing to have to make all of our money in the first 10 months. Because most clients aren't going to be wanting to do renovations and projects during the holidays anyway. So if we can go ahead and start scheduling and acting like this is how we run, this is our guidelines, it will help people feel like we are more organized, we are more professional, and it's going to help me breathe. Because I'm losing track of the details. I'm losing track of some of the things that I want to do, like marketing for every project, documenting the projects, keeping track of where everything is in the timelines, and really being a good project manager on the side of, taking care of my client. So that's kind of where my head has been. And I also want to share a happy. Usually I do taxes the first week they open up. This year, obviously, with the loss of our dad, I just kept putting it off. I just didn't feel like doing it. There were so many other things. I just felt like I was behind constantly, like truly just felt so behind. And I'm not gonna lie, I still kind of feel behind on things, but I got my taxes done, and excitingly enough, we made 60% more between 2024 and 2025. What seriously happened was in 2024, I started my business, and my goal was to make my salary that I had at the architecture firm I had been at before I left. So I did that in 2024, which starting in March, not so bad, only in 9 months being able to make that back. And I didn't really have any projects until the summer end of the year as well. So for 2025, we really hit the ground running and we made 60% more. My goal, which I talked about in a previous episode, is to make even more. If we can make 40 to 50% more this year over last year, we're solid. We are moving and grooving. We are in a good spot. Right now, my bills are insane. It comes with owning a business. It comes with all of the detail and having an employee, having an office, having the software, having all of the people on your side to make sure everything gets done. But I need a break. And I don't need a break from work. I need a break from the stress. I need to slow everything down. I need to be strategic. I need to be very intentional with how I'm doing things. That's where I'm at on this Monday night. And after an insane day of the biggest and most fun things in my office breaking at the same time, my heart really hurts. I don't know. I mean, they are material things and we probably can just buy new ones, but it's still just the point of it, And I really, as someone who is a perfectionist and trying to give myself grace, trying to work away from that, but at the core of myself, having a little bit of OCD and a little bit of perfectionism, I hate that I haven't been able to get this office together. And then today, when I was making real progress and set aside time to set it up, it just destroyed me. So I just wanted to hop on here and give you a little bit of an update on where we're at, let you know that the Handy Ann episode is probably going to come out next Sunday. And thank you for tuning in. Please like the video, subscribe, leave a comment if you are excited to see what is coming and how the pin boards come out. And let me know if there's any topics that you'd love for me to talk about in the meantime.